I don't know if you have the definitive edition, but the DT visuals look better literally after this boss level. The DT is so bright. It's like you're staring into the sun. I've also done my own analysis. This game is completely a misunderstand from the story. It's like people only judge it because of the developers, and then like currently, what's the tech? What's the tech? There's no tech chat. Uh, New tech? I have this. Alright. How you guys? How you doing? We're back. It was like the middle of the night. That's my excuse, okay? I was watching the whole live last night. And I was like doing so horribly. I was like, oh my goodness, this is so bad. But we are back. But I'm trying to get TikTok set up, and also I'm trying to show somebody something. Oh, it's not. It's not playing. Hold on. Doing two things. Also, the Epstein files dropped. I don't. The more I think about why they're being released, is the more I think about people's mentalities of why they want them released so badly. Because when you actually think about it, you're asking the government to release something illegal. And I just don't know how to feel about that. I'm being so serious, chap. Genuinely don't know how to feel about that. You gotta actually think about what they're asking for. People are asking for this stuff, and I'm just like, bruh, how about just nah? Like, I wish it was just something very specific. Like, I want the details on the flights, on who came. But nope, let's release the files. I'm being so serious. I'm not a defender of anything. It's not that I don't want them released. I just want to know the public knows what they're doing. I don't know if they know what they're doing. It's like it's a genuine thought in my head. Cause like I don't want to see anything. I don't care. He's dead. The only we have the flight files. Like we know who's went to the island. I think that's enough. I don't know why we want to see what he was doing. You know what? You know what I mean? It's like, what are we doing, chat? What the fuck? Why do you want to see that? It's just, it's like out of all things you want to see. DT, bro. DT cancels. Demon step. If you have the right mods, you could make it look nice. I'm pretty sure with the right visual mods, you could make this look so good. Oh yeah, also the previous video that I showed is just me going against a boss that faked me out. I was already having a bad time. It faked me out. It was going to punch me, and then it did a side swipe. It's very rare. I've encountered it. Okay, hold on. So the previous video that I seen, actually, hold on. The previous video that I sent is just me going against a boss, and it did a fake out. It faked me out. It was about to do a ground slam, right? But then it quickly did a maneuver and went for a side swipe. This was a rare occurrence. It's happened to me before, but only one time. Literally last week. So it's like not fresh in my mind, and then it happened again. Hold on, I gotta resend the message again because I did a pause. I didn't want to pause. So the previous video has nothing to do about advanced tech. There's nowhere for me to send these type of videos, like for specifically DmC Devil May Cry Definitive Edition, right? But to speak about the video, it's just the boss, Succubus did a fake out. She was supposed to do a ground pound and then did a maneuver and end up doing a side swipe and just completely killed me. I was already low health. I was already having a bad time. It took me out so badly that I just had to share it with you guys. You know, it 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 messed me up. There we go. But yeah, that happened. What are we doing? Oh yeah. Where's the other phone? My other phone at? I have literally two phones in front of me. I met you with my dreams. Know how to lose the dream. In Hollywood looking for freaks. I might as well just restart. I'll be honest with you. It might blue screen too. It might have an error. So make sure you subscribe, put them notifications on because I'm gonna be going live. If it has an error screen, and if it doesn't, then perfect. It's actually perfect if it doesn't. Let me just get these videos done, and also let me know if I'm way too loud or is this perfect. I'm getting some music. I like having Silent Hill play, like that type of music play. So let me just hurry up and get this done. You can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. So even if you can't count on then I'm gonna have to make a playlist. Cause I found a musical app that could play over YouTube and Twitch. It could play over live streams. So, and the way I live stream the way I live stream on TikTok is through my phone. So I was like, I need to play some music while I play the game, because that's usually how I play the game. Really, is with music. So I have to literally continue talking because I do have music playing in the background. So until I pause it, and I'm pausing it now. Okay, there we go. Okay, almost done, chat. I'm almost done. Literally almost done. Just gotta watching it download. While it downloads, I might just play. I might just play. Because I got two videos that need to download music. I mean, not videos, music. I have it on my other phone downloaded, but I don't want to use my other phone. I want to use this phone so I can have my other phone to be able to, so I can be able to use it. No! Hold on. I messed up. It finally, but I press stop. Me. I'm gonna start from the beginning. I just want to play this a little bit, cause didn't even turn off my PlayStation. Whoa. These things don't take fault when he was a kid. You gotta think about that. You know what we might actually do when I kill these? We're gonna look at the concept art before I even start playing. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I need to chill for a little bit. Oh my gosh. These are the only enemies that just catch me by surprise. Other ones are literally just my own mistakes. Oh, that felt good. I went right through him. I didn't feel anything. That was crazy. The controller didn't even vibrate or anything. That's actually crazy. The vibration should be on or it's off. I think it's on. It's literally on, chat. Damn. Story applications, bro just went right through it. Technically, the that enemy was in Devil Trigger. It had its own Devil Trigger or Enraged. No, it was Enraged. There we go. No Devil Trigger. Never mind. I swear, bro. I thought it was. I was like, what the hell? This never happened before. Damn it. Okay, it's downloading. In Hollywood looking for freeze. Literally paused it and unpaused it so it could download. The other one I stopped the download, so I had to re-download it. Bro, this game story, I will always say that people that that say that this story is like I overanalyze the story, chat. I know what this game is trying to be, and I think it's good what it's trying to do. Execution, not good. For instance, let me explain the story without actually playing the game, and then we could go and decide if the story's good from there, right? So we're not gonna actually play the game. I didn't even need to do that. Hold on. So first thing first, we find Dante. He lives in a carnival. I want you to think about that. He lives in a carnival. It's a trailer. right? And we find him. Our first encounter. Actually, hold on. Best scenario I could do right now is replay the intro sequence. Oh, hold on, no, I got to play the music. And I forgot to turn up the volume. Hold on. I could barely hear anything. Shut up. Who cares? Who cares about it? Skip. I don't wanna, hold on. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna play that. I'm not even gonna say anything. You guys just watch it.
Yes, by close of trading Friday. No, you can't have more time. You know the terms, you know the consequences. No, this is not a veiled threat. This is a direct one. Should you fail to comply, the collapse of the economy will be on your head. I will make sure that you are stripped of power, shamed, and hated. Is that clear enough for you? Well, Friday it is then. You have a good night, Mr. President.
Did you get it, my darling?
Over $1 trillion.
Oh.
Soon I will own everything worth owning. I will control the world through debt. I have absolute power.
The world is at last your bitch. What's the matter? What's the matter?
A loose end.
A loose end, what?
The son of the traitor Sparta. Dante.
Him.
He's still out there.
The hunters will find him. They found Sparta and his whore. And when they do...
I will rip open his chest with my bare hands and feast on his beating heart.
So chat, I'm outside, okay? So I want to prove a point on how I overanalyzed the whole game, bro. So in the beginning, he's talking about how he was talking to the president, right? Getting $1 trillion, blah blah blah, putting the whole entire world in debt, literally, right? But the whole thing that I paid attention to while playing the game is how Dante acts, right? This is our first introductory to the game, bro. Are we? I mean, the developers want us to think this is cool, right? But no, in actuality, we don't think it's cool. So, see, that's, hold on. Alright. Excuse me, my apologies, guys. So, what I want to say and stress is that I don't care what you like. that's not what we talk about. We talk about the story and what we could learn from it. So if you want to criticize a story, because that's what I'm talking about. People like the combat, okay? People don't like the story, but let's talk about that. Okay, so like, what do you know about the story? Let's talk about that first. I don't want to talk about how much you hate the story, how much blah blah blah. Okay, so like, do you know anything about the story? Like, do you know what's going on in the beginning? Dante's getting stalked in the beginning. He's getting a demon sent home to him, chat. Those women right there, although they're not possessed, they're not demon collaborators. He is being followed. He's being followed. We don't get to see that. There's an underlying story within the story, chat. You guys are too fixated on that shit, knowing damn well that shit happens in real life. Niggas go to clubs and shit, bro. Gang, niggas go to clubs and shit, bro. Like, just like the way I see the intro sequence is normal, bro. It's normal. It's some normal shit. I'm from Cali. Like that shit normal, bro. So it's just like, I guess it's like a perspective. Like I said, you don't need to like it. That's not what I'm saying. But you need to understand that what's going on in the story. It's like, okay, so you looking at the surface level, I'm looking at the story, gang. You looking at the surface level. You don't like that. You being judgmental. you acting like as if you're Dante's parent. You shouldn't be doing that. What are you doing with these girls? Right? If you look at it that way, it's like, okay, cool. Of course you're not gonna like this shit, gang. I don't. Though he probably having a good time. You can't deny that. Like, you guys, I don't know. There's a level of maturity, I guess, when it comes to this type of storytelling, because it is kind of real, right? But now that I'm back, let's look at it again. But this time I'm gonna speak, and what I'm gonna do is actually turn this down like that. Hopefully, I could be able to speak over it. And also, I didn't have my phone. I didn't have nothing with me. Oops. So I can see if you guys are saying anything, any comments, blah blah blah. And if I don't see anything, I'm getting off of it. Okay, I don't see anything. So the beginning, you see the skyline, you see the skybox, you see how everything is. I wish you could skip certain scenes, like I just fast forward. You see the Hell Gate.
Yes, by close of trading Friday.
You see the gates of hell.
No, you can't have.
That's not limbo, chat.
You know the terms,
That's the gate to hell.
the consequences.
We know this because Virgil shuts off the gate at
No, this is not a veiled.
mission 18
This is a direct one.
or 19.
Should you fail to comply, the collapse of the economy will be on your head.
This stuff I don't care about. I don't think they should have focused on this.
And hate.
It's a game about Devil May Cry at its heart is a game where you fight demons.
Friday it is then.
If they want to do stuff like this,
You have a good night.
just show that he's evil. That's all you got to do. You're just showing that he's a corrupt businessman. That's the only thing people take from Mundus in this game, and that's what I take from him.
Did you get it, my darling?
And also, his name's Kyle. Like, the humans call him Kyle. Kyle Reitner. That's his name, chat. His name is Kyle Reitner. I'm gonna play the beginning of Mission 1 so you could so I can show you that his name is Kyle.
At last, your bitch. What's the matter? What's the matter?
But you gotta realize, chat, these guys, I don't think they should have made him like a businessman. I don't know why Mundus, that portrays himself as a god, would be so focused on human affairs and stuff like that.
They found Sparta and his whore.
We could just say he's in control of everything. We don't need to establish that. We could just trust that. We know he's capable of that. But the fact that they had to emphasize that he has control of everything through that is kind of like, it's a good prospect. It's just the wrong. You're pulling in people that like soap operas, fucking drama. They're trying to put drama in this. That's what it seems like. Like, this is Devil May Cry. This isn't a story based in real life. This is like, most of the stuff you see is things you would see in a common movie about corruption and politics. That's the beginning. The rest of the game has nothing to do with the beginning, chat. It's only mission 2 where they continue the prospect of corruption and stopping this corruption, and then from then there, all that stuff changes throughout the whole game. It seems like the game wasn't even trying to focus on the corruption shit. But they said follow him. If you didn't see that, it said follow them. I wish I could turn this back, rewind, show you guys. Hunt him. Okay, so these guys are demon collaborators. I just forgot. It's because one of those girls, they show up later in the game when Dante's finding what's it called? He's looking for Lilith. So let's not go to training. I wanted to go to extras. Because when I go to extras, I'll be able to talk more in depth about the story. Boom, let's go to mission 1, right? So mission 1, you know, he gets hunted. We see how he acts in the beginning. Oh yeah, let me show the beginning cutscene of mission 1 to prove that Mundus's name is actually Kyle. Like, the humans know him as Kyle, but angels and demons know him as Mundus, obviously. So, and I find that so funny. I find that so funny, chat.
The demons have been increasing their power for millennia.
Kyle Reitner saves banking system. That's all I wanted to show you. That's literally all I wanted to show you, chat, right? Kyle Reitner saves banking system. When they first, when they start talking about Kyle, right? When they first start talking about Kyle, they all introduce him as Mundus, and Dante just agrees that his name is Mundus. So there's now a contradiction in the story, because how would Dante know that his name is Mundus, and why would he not be surprised that his name is Mundus? You feel me? That's an actual criticism, chat. So we already got a problem within the story, right? Right? So, with that being said, we get our introductory to the big bad villain, right? We don't know who his name is, and then we get shown his name is Kyle, but later on we know it's Mundus. But the story implications with how Dante reacts to that is that he already knew his name was Mundus, but because he wasn't surprised, but that doesn't make sense, you know? Because later on, you know, after he fights the hunter, which does not look like that, he looks like this, right? After he fights the hunter, which probably, now that I look at it, it's probably a demon that masquerades as a person that follows Dante. Presumably, it could have been the driver. This game, because I'm looking at it, why would he have a tattoo on his left arm? Why would he have a tattoo on his left arm? That wouldn't make sense if he's a demon, unless he's a demon that masquerades as a human. You understand? And that's probably what was about to happen. Now that I look at it. He has the teardrop on the left side of his face. Yeah, I think I know exactly what the hunter was supposed to be. Some type of gang member, a lower thug, which is also a lower demon, but he's one of the lower demons that's like a higher rank lower demon, right? And he's strong enough to hunt strong, but also classified as low demons, but they're strong enough to almost get out of the ranking of low demon. And he's just at that ranking that he's like he would be like a mid-tier demon that's strong as hell, but too weak to be classified as anything like Mundus. Like way too weak, right? So he fights, you know, he fights the hunter, he kills the hunter, and then he meets Cat. And then mission 2, chat, he learns his backstory. But also in mission 2, he talks with Virgil. He learns about Virgil, that they're brothers, twin brothers. Well, he doesn't know this. You know how he doesn't know this? Their memories have been wiped since they were 7. Which goes back to what I said earlier about him knowing Mundus's name and just not being shocked by his name being Mundus rather than his human name, Kyle. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we already have our first problem within the story. Rather, people think that story's trying to be deep and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, okay, it is, but like, is it really? Like, I don't really think so. I mean, we can. There is like a corruption storyline in this game, like like in the game politics. Like I don't know. I don't even want to say it's there's any politics in this game, chat. And then we get to number 3, and then throughout the rest of the game, right? Throughout the rest of the game, I want to show you through on the missions. I wish there was a description on the missions. Throughout the rest of the game, right? So you got mission 1, introductory, right, to Dante's character, and then Mundus is like clues to who he is in this universe, right? How he masquerades, and then home truths. You know, he gets the truth of his bloodline, right? And then from the rest of the game, it operates like a normal Devil May Cry game with I think 8 being the turning point where Dante gets to learn about his like, what would you call his ancestors, where he comes from, his ancestry, right? He meets this demon named Phineas that tells him about his father, right? And Dante doesn't seem too welcoming to like learn anything about his dad, but then Phineas mentions his mother, and then that catches Dante's attention. They start talking about Nephilim. I think this is the most interesting part of the story, when they start talking about his ancestry, his Nephilim, his you know, basically his cousins. You know, hey, they should have focused a lot more through that right after that. But then what they could have did is have that cut all out, you know, and have Mundus try to hunt them. You know, Mission 11, they hunt down Cat and Virgil, and what they should have did is had Virgil get captured, but they don't have that happen. They should have had Virgil and Cat get captured. There could have been some cool dynamics because Virgil does kind of get captured. He gets trapped in the limbo, but then like they both escape, and I guess you technically don't need to change anything there. And then, mind you, the whole game tried to make it seem like that Mundus is like this big corporate guy, or should I say Kyle is this big corporate guy. And turns out he's this guy named Mundus. He's a demon. He's from hell, and he's controlling the populace. And they need to stop it. I think that's the problem. That they start the game off the wrong way. I think that's the problem because the intro sequence is like he's talking to the president. He's forcing the president to give him money. And it's just like I can't stop to think and like really like think about the fact that this demon that portrays himself as a god is threatening the president for money. Like I can't believe that's what they did for this, like the story from Mundus's character in this story, right? And I think that's just bad. That's the reason why people don't care about the stories, because they start off the game with something that people just would not care about. I think it would have been far more interesting to show who he's being hunted by in the beginning rather than the big bad, right? And then throughout the game, you know, have the second mission be him learning Virgil, learning about his truth, how his mind got wiped by his own father, right? And then we learned they should have went deeper into Dante's backstory so we could understand why Dante acts the way he acts. Because if you guys didn't know this, Sparta put Dante in an orphanage, but Sparta didn't know that orphanage was full of demons. You're 7 years old, you get put into an orphanage, and you got a whole bunch of demons around you. You didn't know this, and your dad just put you there. Now you don't fuck with your dad because he put you in this weird situation. Now you killed everybody, and then like, mind you, you kill all the demons. Everybody just thinks you just massacred the orphanage, right? So now you're on the run. You're on the run from police and demons, right? They don't really explain all that. You have to figure that out yourself, which I would say the community doesn't. I don't think much people know this unless you really fuck with this game like I do, right? I think that's well written for his character to why he acts like an asshole in the beginning. Why should I trust anything? He almost shot Cat. If that was Lady would have shot back. They would have been fighting. Lady would have been dead. That would have been the situation. But because of Cat in that situation being timid, more assertive of herself, like hey, do not shoot. Okay? Alright? I'm not a demon. Okay? Alright? And then Dante, being a normal person, why can't I see you then? Boom. That all makes sense when you consider his backstory. Right? Have Dante be, like, the mainline Dante be put in the same situation. Dante would probably react the same way. And probably would have shot first. But probably would have tested things out first. Because, hey, Dante, in the beginning, when it came to Lady in Devil May Cry 3, they fought. That's all I gotta say. They fought. They actually fought. So, if the mainline Dante had the same backstory, I'm pretty sure our main Dante would be a lot more harsher because he would have to be. There's no reason for him to be all cutty, goofy, pizza loving. There's no reason for that. There wouldn't be no reason. You have no memory of yourself. You don't know what you are, right? You don't remember having a family. The only thing you remember is having a father, and then you barely remember your mother. And the only memory of your father is that he drops you off at an orphanage full of demons. If anything, if this Dante, right, reboot Dante, if he was to be all buddy, cool, goofy, pizza loving, right, it would be out of character. It wouldn't make sense. They would have to write that to perfection to make it make all sense. You feel me? Right? So like when people say the story sucks, the story sucks, I'm like, okay, so like what's bad about the story? They just try too hard. Okay, so like what do you mean that they're trying too hard? Right? And on the topic of trying so hard, like the game is trying, oh, they're trying so hard to be cool. I'm like, Dante in Devil May Cry 3 has an electric guitar, and you worried about this game being tryhardy because Dante's serious? Like, the only thing people really come to it is like, well, this game is just a big middle finger, right? It's just fuck you to Devil May Cry. So like, so like, I want you to really think about this, right? I think everybody has an entitlement to their opinion, right? I don't think it's right to say that, by the way, because listen, I got proof, right? So we're gonna go to the credits, right? So like, you see, Devil May Cry, it's made by Ninja Theory, and if we kept going, you'll see Capcom. We're not gonna let this shit go all the way, or should we? I don't know. But if we kept going, we'll see Capcom, meaning in Mission 1, where he says, not in a million years, right? Some people's logic, when they see that, they're like, Ninja Theory is saying how they don't like Devil May Cry, right? So like, stay with me, okay? So like, Capcom went to Ninja Theory to make this game. Ninja Theory had a whole different story. A whole different story. The game was going to be so different, chat. Same Devil Trigger, same Angel and Demons, but the story itself was going to be so different. It's going to be massively different. There's proof for that too. I can show you. It's in the concept art. Alright, stay with me. The community saw what the game was going to be. In my own words, this is how I put it. They whined and cried and bitched and cried. Maybe lied. I don't know. And guess what Ninja Theory did? They backpedaled from what they originally wanted to do. Instead of having Dante be this smoker, which I don't think he should have been a smoker. I don't think it's cool to smoke cigarettes, right? If it was like cannabis, some of the ganja, maybe we could get away with it, right? But it's cigarettes. Out of all things, Ninja Theory, cigarettes are not cool. It was 2013. I think we all knew cigarettes weren't cool back then. Well, some of that ganja though. I'm just, but look, the story was going to be Dante's going to be this experiment, right? Which honestly doesn't sound half bad, because they wanted the game not Ninja Theory, but Capcom wanted the game to be as different from the mainline games because they didn't want this game to be a continuation of the mainline games. Stay with me. The community, I'm pretty sure they knew that, but chose ignorance and just ignored that for the sake of just hating the appearance of this game, which made Ninja Theory backpedal on their story. Like I said, they backpedaled on their story and tried to make this Dante as close as possible to the original Dante while keeping their own original ideas. Do you see the issue? The community did not let Ninja Theory be creatively free, which made them pull back on their original take of Dante for a completely different universe, right? This is a completely different universe, separate from the mainline universe. So it doesn't matter how they make this Dante. I think it's a problem that they made him so much more like the original. That's a problem because, you know, the backstory I just told you? That doesn't make sense for the original. Why would Dante... That's why people say, well, this Dante's trying so hard to be like Dante. And it's like, well, I mean, you made Ninja Theory write him this. You forced this. You made this happen. You're complaining about something that you made happen. For instance, imagine you're making a pizza, right? And I'm looking how you're making the pizza. I complain about it. I make you change it. You finish the pizza. I hate on this shit. It's like, bro, you would probably flip out, put me in a chokehold, body slam me. You motherfucker! You made me change my entire. And then you say you don't like it. Okay, all right. Now, there's some other reasons why you would hate this game too, and I actually agree with this. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. The developers are kind of assholes. I'm not gonna lie. Ninja Theory, they're kind of assholes. But is that enough to hate on a game because you don't like the people that made it? No. No. Let's say I made the best music ever, right? Like the best music. I make the best music. You listen to it. You didn't know it was me, right? And then you found out it's me. Like, I'm the worst human being on earth, but I made this. I made something that was actually good. Are you just gonna sit there and lie to yourself and say how bad the stuff I make is just terrible, man? The stuff that this guy makes is terrible. No, you're being dishonest. Right now, I'm not saying this game is the best thing ever, but you can't let things that are not part of the game ruin your perception of the game. For instance, hear me out. The other Devil May Cry games. If you want to compare this game to the other Devil May Cry games and call it criticism, oh my gosh, holy shit, you're dumb as fuck, bro. Let me let you know. Let me give you an example of what you're doing. I compare you to your dad and say you're not good enough, bro. Mind you, you're not your dad. So you'll never be good enough. This game is not the mainline Devil May Cry's, so you cannot compare it to the other ones. That's not smart. That's dumb. That's not a good criticism. Now, if you want to relate the criticism like, oh, I like how they change the fact that he's not human, right? Because the mainline Devil May Cry, Dante's human, you know, half human, half Devil May Cry. I like how they changed the format, right? They made him half angel and half demon instead of half human, half demon. Right? Did I say half Devil May Cry, chat? But yeah, I would say this story, if I was to write it out and give it to you, except for like if I just left out the politics, kept Dante as an asshole in the beginning, left out the politics, showed you the lore, how Mundus's business is just torturing people, and he manipulates and mind controls people into thinking that everything is okay and fan and dandy, but in reality, nothing's cool and fine and dandy, right? And then like I write down that Virgil is this nice guy. He's very smart. He's cool, but in the reality, he looks at humans as despicable creatures, but he only protects them and fucks with them because there's realistically nothing wrong with them. He just thinks of them as subhuman. They're nothing like him because he's better, right? And he hides that, right? These things that I'm telling you, they're all compelling, right? And then I gave it to Ninja Theory and they just fuck it all up. That's how I see the story. I don't think there's anything bad with the story, chat. Now, let's talk about Virgil real quick. What I just told you, right? How Virgil, he's just a nice guy. He's actually pretty cool. He's pretty chill. But under all that, the game doesn't explain that. We all know this, though. We all know this because it's obvious. But here's the thing, chat. If the game was to focus a lot more than Virgil, rather than Mundus's businesses, how we're breaking down his how he controls the population, right? We defeat the hunter that's hunting us, right? We defeat the hunter that is hunting us in the beginning. The second thing we fight is an ingredient that's in the drinks that makes the humans docile. We fight the succubus, we defeat that. The second thing we fight is how Mundus controls the population. That's how he actually controls the population. The news anchor, Bob Arbus, would defeat that. And then we get Mundus's child. I think that's a good plot point. We get a child, we fight the child for some reason, right? And then we do a trade-off because Cat got stolen. And then now we go and fight Mundus. But the reason why we're fighting Mundus is because he's controlling the population through all these things, right? But throughout the game, they hard focused on that they forget to drip feed us Virgil's character. The only time we get to see Virgil do some weird stuff is during Mission 12, the beginning of Mission 13, Mission 15 when he shoots the baby, and then Mission 20. I might as well play it. Mission 20 I think is the best thing ever because the concept of what Virgil and Dante are talking about is better than the entire story, right? Like, I'd rather have a story based on what they're talking about in Mission 20 rather than what we got. Now, you're probably thinking, you've been yapping for this long, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about anymore. And I'll be honest with you, me neither. I don't know what I'm talking about either. But look, this is the one thing that we could take. That Virgil, as a character in this game, wasn't focused on. So we got a few things. We got a few things to break down before we go into this, right? The problems with the story, like genuine problems. How does Dante know that Mundus' name is Mundus in the beginning, even though Dante's memories got wiped? In the beginning, Dante should know Mundus as Kyle. And then like Virgil should have been like, Kyle. Look, that's not his name, okay? First of all, second of all, that's not his name. Second of all, his name is actually Mundus. He's a demon. And then it's just like Dante. It's just like this bombshell, all right? And then like that should have been enough for him to be like, so you're telling me the guy that like runs everything, the richest guy on Earth, is a demon? The guy that's like friends with like, you gotta understand, Kyle Reitner technically should be the successful businessman, right? And that's it. That's all it should realistically be. But instead, Dante already knows that Mundus' name is Mundus, not Kyle, and he knows that he's a demon. Like, he knows this already. He's not surprised. That's a problem. It's because right after they talk about that, they talk about how Dante doesn't know anything about his childhood. Mundus is in his childhood, so he would know who Mundus is. Also, Mundus is Sparta's blood brother, meaning he would really know what Mundus is. He would know who exactly Mundus is. A blood brother means they're brothers, which is also a cool aspect that they should have explored. There's so many things that are cool in this game that they don't focus on at all. They focus on bullshit, basically. Like, imagine I write down a cool story and I give it to a developer, like this team, the art, right? The art, you know, the game's art's good, right? They do justice for the art, right? The voice actors, they do a good enough job. I really fuck with the voice actor for Cat. And then the writers, they take my what I wrote down, and then like they focus on the things that don't matter. That's they're like, oh, so like you got this corruption, yeah. I think that's like, I think that should be like something that's not really focused on. I think you guys should focus on Dante and his family and how Mundus is connected to that family. Yeah, right. So like we'll just say that the Blood Brothers, yeah, and then we'll focus on the fact that there's corruption and politics. No, that's like the underlining thing. That's like the thing that's just like what Mundus is doing. That's what the humans think what's going on. But in all actuality, when you walk into his business, all the people are there are just getting tortured. Can you do that? Yeah, we'll do that. But then, like, we'll have a scene of him banging his demon, that demon. We'll just have a scene of him just fucking. We'll just have it. No, 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 no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Can you have a scene where Dante learns about his past? Okay, we'll do that. Oh, thank God. I thought you were gonna say something. And then right after we do the pass, we're gonna do how Dante breaks into he go fights the news anchor. He defeats it. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Can you do it where like it's a giant head? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then after that, can you make the story interesting? Yeah. And then like, can you focus on Virgil just before we go in to like the nitty gritty stuff? Nah, we're gonna have Cat get stolen. What? Okay, 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 okay. That's not bad. That's not that bad. But can we please focus on Virgil? What's that? I already got the fight for Mundus. Are you fucking serious? What about Virgil? We'll have it at the end, okay? We'll have the big plot twist. What about the build up to the plot twist? We didn't even the whole game. We focused about the hunter, the succubus, the sex scene, but there's no Virgil. Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll say that they're brothers. Are you fucking serious? I did a line of coke before listening to you, so yeah. I'm not serious. I'm not serious about this at all. Chat, this game, chat. Before I say anything else, this game, I rate the story a 6 out of 10. It went down to a 4, but now that I explained it to you again, because I've done this like 4 times, it's a 2. Because the story on paper, if I gave it to you in a book, is amazing. The story is amazing. I gave this said book of the story and said, hey, please do these things. Drip feed us Virgil, right? I wrote the story, chat, not the person, right? If I wrote the story without, like, if I just added Virgil's story into the game, this game would be, like, the end, the mission. You know how there's 20 missions? There would be 25 missions, chat. Because you would have missions to focus on Virgil. That's my final thoughts, chat. 2 out of 10. The story could have literally, if they put Virgil into the game, like instead of just having them there in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 missions of Virgil's. There's 7 missions. There's 7 missions where Virgil is in the story, and yet we learn nothing about him. We learned that look, we get inside. We learned that the work that Mundus does. There's no people, chat. There's just security and people getting tortured. I think that's crazy, mind you. People, you know, they view in the beginning of the game, they make you view Mundus as this evil corporate guy. He's not even an evil corporate guy. He's just evil. That's all he is, and that's what they should have just went with, right? I think they focused way too much on it in the beginning. As soon as Mission 2 happens, where Dante learns about his past and he learns about the whole corporation being evil and stuff, right? That's when they should have stopped focusing on that. Mission 4 in the beginning should have been Virgil saying, hey, go kill this demon. It's poisoning the drinks. And just like, I've been drinking this shit, right? They do that, right? But they focus on how it's just making them dumb and dull and stupid. It's just like, duh. And it's just, I don't know. And then like, while they're doing the mission, right? Kat and Dante should be talking about Virgil. They don't do that. The next thing actually, this whole mission, Bob Barbas, so I guess it's in mission 7 to mission 9. That's perfect. It could change, it could stay the way it is. But Phineas, the demon that Dante meets, should have mentioned Virgil. Because Virgil knows of Phineas. They shoulda. He shoulda. And then like Dante should have been like, hey, so like my brother Virgil, does he know about all this? And then they go into a deep dive, and then Phineas is like, Virgil's a lot like Mundus. You need to watch out for that. Boom. Perfect. Perfect, chat. Perfect. So boom, and then we fight Bob Barbas. Then we go back. Dante has some questions. He's talking with Virgil, and then when the police show up, everything plays out the same way, right? Dante was just about to learn the truth of Virgil, of his past, of where he came from, his family, where he's been, because his memory's been wiped too, presumably, right? Or no? We don't know, right? Just when we're about to learn that, Cat gets shot, everything gets in lockdown, both Virgil and Dante get put into limbo at the same time. And then the ending on how Dante wants to save Cat, that should play out a lot more. And then everything else plays out almost the same way until we get to the trade. Virgil does the trade, and he shoots the baby, but doesn't kill Lilith. Now, Lilith, we can actually see her form without the baby, and then we could fight Lilith. And then, after they fight Lilith, they leave. They go execute a plan, right? They go execute a plan, right? And then everything starts to unfold, and there's where we get these extra 5 minutes, these 5 missions, right? We get these 5 missions, and these missions, you play as Virgil. You get his backstory, right? I don't know if I don't know if I'm putting his backstory at the end. That's a bad. I don't know if that's a bad thing, putting his backstory at the end, towards the end of the game, right? I don't know if that's a bad thing. But Virgil is supposed to be the brains and bronze, right? The reason why I'm putting his backstory is because Virgil leaves. He leaves. He has enough with Dante, and then he has enough with Cat. So they leave Cat and Dante alone, and then let's say Virgil goes and just helps Mundus because he just wants to do what Mundus wants to do. He thought he could manipulate the humans to just do, just take out Mundus, but Virgil had a better plan, right? Boom. He thinks of something better. He joins Mundus, and then now, instead of fighting Virgil at the end, you fight Mundus at the end. And I don't know. I think my story is a lot better. It's a lot more convoluted. It's a lot more meatier, because now the game is not focusing on how evil Mundus is. We all know this. It's focusing on Virgil. So when we get towards the end, we learn his backstory, and then he does the switch. It's more impactful. And then this fight right here, and let's say at the end, Virgil, he comes to his senses, right? And let's say when they left before the plan, right? Before they left, right? Virgil left, and let's say he doesn't join Mundus. He just leaves, right? But at the end, Dante does these missions by himself, but at the end, Virgil comes by and helps. He actually helps. He actually does something, and he helps. Boom, right? And those 5 missions is what Virgil was doing. There we go. I think I fixed it. Those 5 missions is what Virgil was doing when he was leaving. The reason why Dante was able to do this is because Virgil helped. Right? Boom, blah, 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 boom, boom. And then we get the same situation, but now it's more impactful. And then we get to the end. It plays out all the same, and it actually makes sense. And the reason why everything went according to the plan is because Virgil used humans. They died, but he used them. He manipulated some humans to use them. And now it makes sense why he says they're subjects, right? Boom, 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 blah, blah, boom, boom, blah, blah, right? It all makes sense now. Because the game, instead of the game focusing on Mundus and how he's manipulating the population, right? Instead of the game focusing on that for literally half the game. Half the game they focused on that. I'm trying to see. 1, 2, 3. Yep, half the game they focused on that. Mundus is focusing. He's manipulating the fucking population, right? They focus on that shit. I think that's bad. And the rest of the game becomes a normal Devil May Cry game, even low key better, right? I would say it's better than Devil May Cry 2 story. Although Devil May Cry 2 story is kind of similar. Evil corporate guy. Dante defeats evil corporate guy. But we get to the end, right? We learn Virgil's backstory of what he was doing, or I don't know. We just need his backstory in it. I think 5 missions would be perfect. Maybe have a backstory play out just before 4. After 3, you play as Virgil for 1 mission. And then you play as Dante for 3 missions. Or 4. 3. Then you play as Virgil for 2 missions. And then you play this. And then during the scene with Phineas, you learn about Virgil. And then you get a little backstory, a scene with Virgil doing something that's shady, I don't know. That kind of fleshes out his character. And then Dante fights the news anchor. And then you play a mission that leaves you questioning what is Virgil's actual plans, right? And that's the last Virgil mission. That's the last Virgil mission. So instead of 5, we got 4 Virgil missions. And then everything else kind of plays out the same way. Boom. Boom. And then during the trade, Virgil leaves, right? And you throughout the plan, you get hints that Virgil might be helping, he might not be, right? And then like Virgil's just not here. He's not here. And then he shows up to help. Now you thinking, okay, Virgil's good. He's good now, right? They defeat Mundus. You think Virgil's good. We think we're all good. We all cool. Because he came back to help. We had an issue with Virgil. So there can't be a twist. Like the story played out so well. It's written so well, there can't be a twist. Me have it like this. Samurai, let me have it like this, right? It plays so well, you think there's not a twist. Right? You think everything is cool, bruh. You think everything is cool, right? You dabbing up Virgil, and then this shit happens, bro. This happens.
Limbo has collapsed into the real world. What was once hidden is now laid bare for all to see. Revolution is in the air.
I never believed I'd live to see this day.
Just the beginning of the end for the demons. Mankind would be free.
Yes. Free from the demons. The path is clear for us to rule.
Huh? What?
The path is clear for us to rule.
To rule what?
This. Everything.
Virgil.
You mean like Mundus?
No. No. We'll be nothing like Mundus.
Right?
We'll respect our subjects, not enslave them.
Subjects.
Now it all makes sense.
He means humans.
And then just before
Freedom.
they start talking, we get a whole flashback
We're fighting for.
to what Virgil was actually doing, bruh. He was manipulating the whole scene. He was forcing people to do shit they don't want to do. People died,
Frail.
and he didn't
Like
care.
children.
He even smiled when people would
They
die.
need
He's like, well,
protection.
at least I don't have a loose end.
Not just from others, but from themselves.
He has to save people, and he feels some type of
You
way having to
and
save
I
them.
have saved them.
You and I saved them?
Who else?
A human.
Cat was useful, but
Makes sense.
Cat saved
Under my
your
story,
life.
by the way.
Cat held out under torture to keep your existence a secret. Cat led us through the tower to Mundus's lair. We would have failed 20 times over if it weren't for her.
I would have failed.
if you can't
That's
see
it. Would
the
it would be
chaos that
everything.
humans will cause,
Dante would have did everything
if you
towards the
don't
end.
want the responsibility of protecting them, then stand aside.
What do you mean the responsibility?
I'll rule
I
alone.
protected
I didn't
them,
help you destroy Mundus so that you could take his place.
and then he says that.
I can't let you.
I'm telling you, chat. That whole interaction right there is the best thing that's written for a story that doesn't exist. Like, I don't know. That's why I give. Okay, this. Okay, look. It's gonna sound crazy. I rated this story a 6 out of 10, and then it bumped down to a 4 out of 10. It bumped down to a 2 out of 10. Now I'm bumping it down to a negative 10 out of 10 because they wrote a story that's good on paper, but they forgot to focus on Virgil. They focused on something they don't need to focus on. And last but not least, the reason why it's a negative 10, because realistically, without what I'm about to say, the rating would just be a 2 out of 10. It would be bad, extremely bad. It will be a 1 star on Yelp, right? But look, listen. Because of how good the dialogue at the end of the game is, how good the voice deliveries are, what they're talking about sounds good. It sounds interesting and complexing, right? If that's a word, correct me if I'm wrong. Because of how good the ending sounds, right? On paper, and then it's even performed well, right? And then you realize, wait, why does Virgil do all this? And then boom, it all just crumbles apart. It all crumbles apart. Now you're just like, this stuff is just, this ending is coming out of nowhere. It's almost forced. They didn't focus on Virgil. They forgot Virgil's backstory. Negative 10. That deduct the game by 12. It was already at 2 out of 10. Take 12 away, you're at negative 10 out of 10. Chat, 6, 7. I'm sorry. I just had to say it. Anyway, chat. I'm gonna continue this. But it's just know that this game, the concept of alone of this game, trumps anything besides Devil May Cry 3 and 5. That's all I gotta say. It trumps anything besides Devil May Cry 3 and 5. 4 is okay. Now you're probably thinking, how is that possible? Chat, the concept of this story is better than 4. The concept of this story is better than 1. The execution of the story, not that good. If not horrible, bruh. But will I still defend the game and the story? Yes. You know why I'll still defend the game and the story? None of you guys know the story. Only the people that retrospect the game, right? That do retrospectives, or people that are, overanalyzing the game like me. Only those type of people know about the story, chat. They really know about the story. And most of those people, they say it's an okay story, but it should be rewritten. One of the guys actually rewritten the story. Though I don't think it was a good rewritten. That's my opinion. Some things I did like though. The biggest thing I didn't like is that he rewritten the story to make this Dante more like the original Dante, which makes the whole story collapse on itself because of the backstory this story has for Dante. It's so damn dark and gruesome that the mainline Dante would just end up like this Dante. It's chat. You're 7 years old. Your mom gets her heart ripped out in front of her, and Aiden in front of you.
And then you get taken away from the scene by your dad, your loving dad. You're like, Dad, what's going on? He wipes your memories and puts you in an orphanage that's full of demons, but your dad didn't know that. You have to survive, so you kill almost everything in the orphanage. Now, the news anchor guy says you killed the sweet old lady and all those children, probably, right? And now you're being hunted. Everybody doesn't like you. You grew up older. You're kind of this cool guy, but you're really just an asshole. You go to this club all the time, right? But you were, for the longest part you're hunted by these police, but now you finally found a place to be hidden from the demons and the police. But it just all makes sense considering the backstory. And then once you get Dante's backstory done, I don't know what happened from there. They do Kat's backstory. It's okay. She was in a foster care, and I don't know, her foster parents were demons, and she killed them. It was kind of emotional for me. I'm tough, I guess. I didn't like. I felt bad. I was like, God damn, that's kind of crazy. You killed them, even though they're technically your parents still, right? They're your foster parents, right? So, but damn, they raised you just to torture you sometimes. I don't know. Her story needs some work, I'm not gonna lie. So it could be more heartfelt. I don't know, Jack. I don't want to yap too much, because I could talk so much about this story and how good it could have been, or how good it is in some aspects. But those aspects don't change the fact of how they just don't focus on Virgil. That's why it's a negative 10 out of 10. They just don't focus on Virgil. That whole scene of this is just... They just forget to focus on it. This could have been the Naruto part. You got a clash of ideologies. This could have been the serious Devil May Cry. It could have been something. The scenes are good. It's kind of poetic. I'm gonna explain that when we get to the end. You get to see Virgil's abilities. He's slowing me down, chat. If you can't tell. Oh yeah, I'm playing on easy. This is gonna be done. I'm gonna be done by the end of this. I didn't mean to do this. I'm gonna have to play at his speed. I know what I need to do. I want it to be cinematic, so I don't know if this is going to be fast enough. We might have to just do this for the end. Oh my gosh. I like that it's slow because I get to see how they fight. I'm gonna have to use no demonic weapons. I still want this fight to look nice. I'm trying to use every single mechanic, chat, even the dodge, and I'm also trying to slow myself down. Also, if you're wondering why I'm not taking any damage, my style. Why he's not taking damage. Whoa! Why isn't it not? I swear I need a new controller. Are you serious? Also, I'm using Super Dante, but I don't want to use his double trigger too much. I want to use that at the right time. Oh no! Keep forgetting about his clone. Hardcore mode. I'm trying to see what difficulty I'm on. I think it's human. I haven't played. I haven't played Virgil that much in a while. Not dodging. There we go. Wow, that was perfect. Should have been a dodge. I pressed it. Hold on, I wanna. It's gonna sound weird, but I wanna go on a harder difficulty. I think that's the problem. I'm not used to Virgil being this slow. There we go. I don't know which one. Hardcore. Don't must die. I'll do a regular one. This will all be edited out too. I'm gonna actually try to edit a video. I need to hurry up so I don't reach the limit. The limit on how much I could record. Lies. I promise you, I'm not ass. Lies. Lies. Why did he did this? He did it early. There we go. What? Ah! I couldn't get the, So when you do a dodge in the air, you only dodge one time, chat. The only way I get my dodges back when I'm in the air is when I do an enemy step, and I didn't get that off in time. But that felt better. Felt better, because I'm so used to him doing that. Alright. Should've got it. Are you serious? Reset. Are you serious? Reset. Are you serious, bro? Hold on, let me... Bro, I really need a new controller, bro. I pressed dodge and nothing happened. Literally nothing happened, bro. This shit about to piss me off, bro. Where is it? Where the fuck? Are you serious, bro? How do I calibrate? Okay. That should be good, chat. That should be good. I think I recalibrated the controller. It should be good now. It should be good. I have it wired. It should be wired. It's not wired. It's not even connected. Are you fucking serious, chat? Okay, there we go. Continue. Skip the cutscene. I need to hurry up before I reach the limit. fucking, it's this game, bro. I could do it, chat. I need to do that. No! That was cool still. There we go. So sloppy. I hate my combos right now. It's like I'm drunk. I did not want to get hit by that. I missed. Should have hit it. I actually should have hit it. I should have parried it. That's weird. You can actually. Okay. I forgot. There's a lot of things I'm forgetting about this fucking fight. If I'm just standing there, chat, I'm doing a command and nothing's happening. Literally. Pointed at the wrong. What? Chat, I'm about to get actually angry, chat. I can't, I'm not. Those moves I did not want to do. Chat, let me chill out. That's part of the reason why I haven't had a clean fight with this man. I keep doing the moves I literally do not implement. I didn't want, what is it called, rake? I did the rake move twice. I did it twice, chat. I pressed the button once, it did it twice. Said try not to rage. And I'm just letting myself get hit. Are you serious? Why am I above you, Virgil? Take that. Are you? Ah! I didn't even want to go double trigger. I pressed it on accident. I have it on down on the D-pad. Wasn't paying attention. I meant to press left on the D-pad. Chat, I do not want to use an old footage of me playing this and it looks better. I do not want to do that. I need to do this now or never. I need to do it now or never. Oh, I don't have enough. Oh, I can just pull it from the live. Hold on. I'm locked in.
I believed I'd live to see this.
Sorry, brother.
Wasn't paying attention. I looked away for a second. Come on, Virgin. Why are you slowing me down now?
It's not too late. Yes, it is.
Fuck. What? Alright, we're gonna let this play through.
What's happening?
Limbo has collapsed into the real world. What was once hidden is now laid bare for all to see. Revolution is in the air.
I never believed I'd live to see this day.
Just the beginning of the end for the demons. Mankind would be free.
Yes. Free from the demons. The path is clear for us to rule.
What did you just say?
The path is clear for us to rule.
To rule what?
This. Everything.
Virgil.
You mean like Mundus?
No. No. We'll be nothing like Mundus. We'll respect our subjects, not enslave them.
Subjects.
He means you. He means humans.
I thought we were fighting for freedom.
It was his freedom we were fighting for, not yours.
Don't be so simplistic. Humans are frail. They're like children. They need protection. Not just from others, but from themselves. We, you and I, have saved them.
You and I saved them?
Who else?
A human.
Cat was useful, but
Useful.
Cat saved my life. Cat held out under torture to keep your existence a secret. Cat led us through the tower to Mundus's lair. We would have failed 20 times over if it weren't for her.
listen. If you can't see the chaos that humans will cause, if you don't want the responsibility of protecting them, then stand aside. I'll rule alone.
I didn't help you destroy Mundus so that you could take his place. I can't let you do this, Virgil.
And I can't let you stop me, brother. Stand aside.
Don't do this.
Virgil, please.
Stay out of this!
Food. Do 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 do. Popping. Okay, I'm gonna go check on my clothes. I forgot they were outside. Okay, I'm back. Oh, this is gonna be a shitty video to edit.
Sorry, brother. Don't be.
Sorry, chap. So weird.
What's happening?
Limbo has collapsed into the real world. What was once hidden is now laid bare for all to see. Revolution is in the air.
I never believed believed I'd live to see this day.
Just the beginning of the end for the demons. Mankind would be free.
Yes. Free from the demons. The path is clear for us to rule.
What did you just say?
The path is...
Oh, no 6-7. Oh, why does it slow me down, bro? It's so weird. The hell?
Sorry, brother.
Okay, there were some cool things I did in there. I'm starting to get a little warmed up, a little better. Back to tippy top shape. Tippy top shape. What?
Sorry, brother.
I did the right. I don't know. I do the right commands, and
Don't be.
sometimes it's just everything else happens. You know what? Let me do the things I do know. What? Am I doing something wrong? Damn, Virgil, why are you so reactive? Did they do a secret buff? They secretly buffed this man. What the? It's only the second. Is he learning? What the? This video, this live, the video I was making is it's gone to shambles because Virgil keeps doing different moves every time. Keeps surprising me. Why am I stuck in Devil Trigger? That's crazy. Oh, I'm barely at the second phase, I guess. I gotta stop doing that. I gotta stop. I'm getting excited. I'm getting way too excited. I'm trying too hard to do. Okay. We just gotta do what I need to do what I need to know. What I know about the Virgil. Okay. I'm gonna do everything that I know or attempt. He pulls you into your attempt, by the way, so you gotta time your dodges almost. It's like there's a combination of attacks that I need to do. Was not expecting that. Ah, I messed it up. I should have practiced before heading into the Virgil fight. This is my first fight, basically, that I haven't completed. Am I double tapping jump? I didn't even. I think I'm double tapping jump when I do the cancel. Oh my gosh, I'm not even, okay. I didn't even hit him. What? It's like I start. Is he not considered like an enemy? When you're already falling from the combo, that's because there's no enemy to attach to. It's like, why is it so different? I'm not like he's not He's not letting me do what I want to do. I mean, not supposed to. What the hell? Alright. I'm just gonna do some cool things at each step. And then just focus on beating them. Bro. What the? Chat. I'm freaking out because how did I not pick him up? I'm not gonna have a moment where it slows down so I can understand what I'm doing against him. Ah! I need to do it literally right after. Ah!
It's not too late.
Ah!
What's happening?
Limbo has collapsed into the real world. What was once hidden is now laid bare for all to see.
I was so ready. I messed it up. Never even done this combo before in like quick succession.
Sorry, brother.
I was. Are you serious, bro? I don't know why he jumped so fucking high in the sky, bro.
What's happening?
Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. Why? Ah. I literally can't do the same thing. Why does that happen, bro? And then I do it perfectly and nothing happens, bro. What am I doing wrong? That was literally perfect and nothing happened. gosh, bro. I want to see what I'm doing wrong. I want to see exactly what I'm doing. So I'm not. Oh, that's gonna be one. Yeah, it's gonna be one hell of a combo. Oh, that's gonna be. Now, let me go into. I'm gonna go here. And kill all the enemies. Alright. Okay. Alright. I wonder. Let me like get myself in the groove of I'm gonna do it. That's gonna be crazy. I just gotta get myself in the groove of doing it. That's basically it. Faster. I have it. Hold on, let me I gotta condition myself so I could switch to this weapon right after using this weapon. Hold on, I need to see if it's even possible. Stop.
I just... Second. I'm not even doing it. There we go. That's what I want to do. It's possible, it's possible, it's possible. Okay, so... let me try to do it with a buff. Buff's on, thank you. I could do it. Okay, so I could do it, right? I just did it. I just did a switch weapons. I did that basically, which would be even switch. It would just be that. So I had to implement the devil trigger. Almost did it. We're gonna have to come back to the Virgil fight. I'm just gonna have to edit the video. Something else. I was so ready. Reminds me of skateboarding. Why am I? What's going on, bro? I'm literally pressing it once. That's not supposed to happen. That's supposed to happen. Does the exact same thing. I'm gonna have to slow myself down. I'm gonna have to let that linger. I'm gonna have to let it linger. Why are you falling so fucking early? That was it. I literally just did it, but missed the target. Okay, let me go this way. Are you serious, bruh? Why the fuck am I turning? This controller literally has no stick drift.
How the fuck? Get the fuck over here. Stop moving around. Literally sit still. Let me do it after. So stupid. Why are you? Oh my gosh. So annoying. Alright. Come on. This, okay. The science behind this is not sciencing. Alright. I forgot the... It's not even fast, it's just... It's not canceling. 난다요. Commit. I'm committing. Commit. Commit. Okay, I gotta double tap it. I gotta double tap it. Dude, that was it. I'm about to lose it. I'm about to lose it. Didn't I just do this a few days ago? Like yesterday? What's different now? Why aren't I ever doing it? Why I can't do it? Oh, because I did it the reverse. I'm doing it the reverse way now, which is, for some reason, harder. Why was it much easier to do it this way then? The fuck, bro? What's going on, bruh? It's not... Okay. Let me do it the right way. I'm gonna have to do it that way. That feels crazy. I'm gonna do something else.
Okay. Let's get back on track. You know what? Let's try to do the same thing twice. Let's try it. I already have it in my head that I'm doing the same thing twice. Let's just act like that Shuriken is a scythe. Put it in my head. I'm just doing the same thing twice. That's all I'm doing. Let me try to do that. I think I know why. Why do I end up above the enemy? Do I need to actually... I gotta let the enemy fall just a little bit. So... Wow, that's actually crazy. So... I gotta... Okay, I gotta be high in... Do I gotta be higher in the air? It's not possible, chat. The reason why it's possible without the devil trigger is because the enemy will fall back down. No? No? What? Are you serious, bro? Let me try to do it without the double trigger at the end. Why did this keep happening? Carpal tunnel. Try everything without the devil trigger. One more. So I could do it. Okay, so it's possible. It's just I think the commands are why is... I just... Okay. It's okay, I just did it without the devil trigger, but it was so random. I wasn't even trying to do that.
trying to do. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah, I'm gonna try it without the double trigger. Okay, I can't do it with the double trigger. I cannot do it. Okay. I need to restart the live.